Now we're going to learn about the switch statement. So we learned that if else ladder right before right now. So what we learned that multiple conditions are there in the that ladder, right? So switch statement can replace that multiple if if statement we use, that it can replace. Similarly here, some syntaxes are there for switch statement. We're going to see in the VS Code how it is written and how the questions are solved. We're going to solve few questions on switch statement and you'll understand. Here will use the word break, and then this break keyword will be using like later part of the video. There I'll explain you about break, continue and all those things. So before that, let's jump to the VS Code and do some problems on switch statement, so you'll understand the basic syntax of switch statement. So if you see here in the flowchart, switch statement, some conditions are there and it is written in case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, right? This is how it is written. So switch statement basically is a key. Switch is a keyword. By using the switch keyword, we can create selection statement with multiple blocks. So multiple blocks can be constructed by using case keyword. So here case keyword is used case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. Similarly it will go on, and each cases will have some code in it. Those blocks will have some code in it. If that case satisfies that thing, so that case will be executed. And if someone press case 2, want to execute case 2, then that code block will be executed. If none of the conditions satisfied, then default will be executed and it will end after that. So we're going to see this thing in the later part of the video. So let's jump in the VS Code and let's try to do some questions on switch statement, then you'll understand better. So we'll try to see how switch statements are done, like what are the syntaxes we use. So here I'll use 16 and I'll write switch.c. all right, then we're going to write same thing again. What you're going to write is the header file first. So before writing the header file, here I'll write that examples of switch statement. Okay, now we'll write the header file hash include stdio.h and I'll write the main function. So we are writing the return type of the main function to be int, and I'll write the main. This is the function. All right, now here we'll write the definition of that function. So I'll declare one variable x equals to, let's say, 2, right? And I'll write switch. So switch is the keyword basically we use. Okay, I hit like entered here and it like came with the template, right? Basically you can write, you have to write everything here. You have to write the expression. So what is the expression? Our expression is going to be x, that is a variable, that is the choice. This is the choice and we are already taking here. So this is going to be the case. All right, so what I'm going to write, I'm going to write case 1 and I use colon here, case 1 then colon. And what I'm going to write is, in case 1 I'm going to write printf. If case 1 is executed, then this will be printed. So what will be printed here? That choice 1, choice is 1. All right, choice 1 will be telling. Okay, so this is for the case 1. Similarly we'll be writing for the case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. So I'll copy it and I'll just paste it here. Control V. Okay, I'll copy it again. Control C. What I'll do is, I'll just, for formatting, I'll take it here. So this will look good. Okay, now I'll paste it here again. This is the formatting stuff. So if I click here and if I click tab, so it will go directly there. Now from 1 I have to change to 2, from 1 I have to change to what, 3 here. Okay, so 3 cases we are taking. You can take multiple cases, and here default will be there. So here one more function will be writing printf, and here we'll be writing that choice other than 1, 2 and 3. It means these 3 cases are not executed. That time default will be executed, and I have to use the semicolon at the end, so otherwise it will give error. All right, so case 1 is choice 1. Here I have to change to choice 2. Choices 2. Here I have to change to choices 3. So what we are passing? We are passing 2 here, right? So here we pass 2. It means case 2 is going to be executed. So what is going to print? Choice is 2 is going to be printed. So if I take input here, and if I give input from our side, that time we can see that you could do that thing. So if I change values here, accordingly it will be printed. So we're going to do that right now. We are directly taking value. You can take input from the user by scanf, that we already did, right? So what we'll write is, this is the basic syntax for switch statement. We use the keyword switch, and here is the choice. This is the way basically expression is going to be here. And case 1, then we have to use this colon, then we have to write printf, like whatever the code will be there we have to write. Then we have to use this break keyword. So we'll understand this break keyword. What does that mean? So basically break means it is going to break this code here. It will not continue. So it will, if from here it will not just jump to here and it will be executed. So you'll understand this break. I'll be explaining you break after we learn about for loop, while loop. That time we'll learn about break continue. What does that mean? That time we'll understand better what does this break keyword means. All right, so right now let me save the code. Hit Ctrl S, right click here, run the code. So if you see, choices 2 is getting printed. So if I change the value x equals to, let's say 1, so, and hit Ctrl S, right click here, run the code, and choice is 1 is getting printed, because 1 is the x value 1 means what? Case 1. So this is going to be printed. Let's enter some value, what? Let's say 6. So 6 case is not here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 till 3 it's here. But what we said, if those cases are not covered here, that will be covered in the default. So what will be printed? Choice other than 1, 2 and 3 will be printed. We expect this output. All right, I'll hit Ctrl S, right click here, run the code, and if you see, choice other than 1, 2, 3 is getting printed, right? So you can do the modification. You can use here scanf, and you could print that way also. So this is all about switch statement, right? So we're going to see this break keyword and continue keyword. So if I don't write break, right, it will execute the next things also. If I don't write break here, if I comment it, so choice 1, if I write 1 here, and choice 1 will be printed and choice 2 will be also be printed. So that's why you have to break the code there. It means our code execution is complete now, don't execute further codes. So that is why we write the break keyword. All right, so continue, we're going to see continue is going to skip it, and break is going to terminate that part of the code. So we're going to see that thing also. Here we'll end it with switch statement.